My school actually protected me even though I was harassed outside the school premises. This occurred over a decade ago. It happened at the end of my senior year of high school. I am from India, and girls are still afraid to tell others about being harassed because of shame and society. I was enrolled in a big school. There were almost more than 800 students in my school, so you can imagine the rush and crowd while leaving the school. It used to get so crowded and chaotic because there were parents' cars and auto rickshaws waiting to pick up the kids. Some kids are riding their bicycles through the crowd, while others run to the nearby vendors for pani puri and samosas. It's almost like an amusement park. One day, while walking hand in hand with my friend, I spotted this weird straggling man looking through the bunch of kids. I thought he might be looking for someone specific and didn't think much about it, but I must admit he was creepy. I saw him again a few more times daily. But one day, when I was walking with my friend, making our way through the crowd, that man crossed me. I was about to collide with him and tried to avoid him, but instead he pushed me and grabbed and pinched my chest area so hard that it began to hurt a lot. He was so smooth with his actions that my friend, who was by my side, couldn't tell what happened. She kept asking me what was wrong, but I just walked mindlessly to my auto rickshaw and sat there and told her to go away. She understood and walked away, as she used to live nearby. I was so shaken that when I got home and saw my parents, I burst into tears. Because I am the only child, I was never afraid to tell my parents anything, and I told them everything. My dad was pissed, and that's where our revenge started. I have never seen my dad so angry before. He drafted a plan to trap Sleazeball with his friends. We will name them Uncle 1 and Uncle 2. My dad was friends with our school principal. He visited him when I was attending my school the next day, as if nothing had happened, as they told me not to tell anyone. Our principal was great and assured us that even though it happened outside the school, they would fully cooperate to trap the Sleazeball. At lunch, they called me into the principal's office and told me that Uncle 1 and Uncle 2 would be scattered in the crowd with my English teacher. The school gatekeeper will be near me and my dad will be near the shop where I usually spot the man. They instructed me to walk normally with my friend and avoid them as if they were strangers, but to alert the nearest person as soon as I spotted the Sleazeball. My dad and others were there the whole day, and at 5 p.m. it was time to execute the plan. As I was instructed, I was walking casually with my friend. She asked me several times because she knew something was odd, but I told her to shush and enjoy the show. And then I spotted the Sleazeball actually harassing my other classmate, and I quickly alerted Uncle 1. Initially, it was planned not to hit him and just call the police, but he was caught in the act, so Uncle 1 dragged him away and started beating him. Soon my dad, Uncle 2, and the gatekeeper joined him. Then my English teacher handled the situation and dragged the Sleazeball inside the school gates and into the principal's office. My classmates surrounded me with questions, and I gladly answered them and stayed outside the gates with them. After a few minutes, I was called into the principal's office, where I saw the Sleazeball. I thought they might ask me some questions, but the principal gave me some apple juice and told me to relax. Sleazeball was there crying, begging to let him go as he would never do it again. He was badly bruised and his clothes were torn. After a few minutes, the police came and took the Sleazeball, and he was giving me such a deadly look that it still gives me the chills. My father and everyone else in the room were so happy and smiling as if there was a celebration and told me that they were so proud of me as I had saved multiple girls that day. I still don't know the details, but the school took full responsibility for our safety, put that man into jail, and CCTVs were installed within a week, even in a parking lot to cover the area outside the school. On to story number 2. Cheat and lie about why we broke up, enjoy being disowned, and cut out your family. Firstly, I don't use Reddit, but told this would be a good place to share. This happened between me, 25M, and my ex, 24F, over the past few months. I will keep it short, but keep all important details. To start, the first month, February, was amazing, like a dream relationship. We had been friends for a while before when she suddenly confessed. I had hid my feelings as we were meant to only be friends, so I jumped at the opportunity stating my feelings. The second month was not as bad, only having a single argument, as she invited her neighbor over to what was supposed to be a date. After talking it out, we sorted it and made up. The third month was when the problem started. We had planned out date to be on a Saturday as she had work on our usual Friday times. I understood and changed the day of the restaurant I booked to then. I hadn't told her as I wanted it to be a surprise instead of the usual home movie, but she knew to keep that day clear and to dress well for the date. Only an hour before the date she texted me saying that she won't be there tonight as she was going to see a movie with a friend. I was honestly furious as I had already paid the pre-book fee and told her over a week in advance. I tried to call but her phone was off. I called her best friend and he had no idea what was happening either. The next morning I talked to her and she argues with me saying I should have told her it was a restaurant meal. After about an hour of argument she finally admitted that she was wrong for what she did. I accepted that and we took a day break to calm and clear any bad feelings. After that the relationship started to decline. I stayed the same but she started to get more and more distant. Eventually after 3 weeks of no intimacy, not even kisses, I confronted her asking what's going on. She says she needs a week to think and wanted to be single for that. I told her I don't mind taking a break if that's what she needs, but I don't see why being single is needed for that. She argued it's for her freedom and I realized it was for another guy. We broke up and she spread lies about me cheating and being abusive. Thankfully the friend she spread it to wouldn't believe her as we had all known each other for years, her being introduced to them through me. Her best friend had tried to defend me and she had blocked him but he knew her friend group. Through them we discovered that she had been cheating the last 3 weeks of the relationship as well as the friend. She went to the movies with being a Tinder hookup then left me to start dating the new guy. To nobody's surprise he blocked her after she tried to start dating him. Soon she dropped out of university as the guy had uploaded the videos of her cheating to porn sites and it spread throughout her university. Then I decided I wanted revenge. It wasn't much as I knew her parents and were really close. They knew nothing that was going on and assumed we just broke up. Her parents though were super religious along with her grandmother. So although painful I found the links to the videos, downloaded them, and took screenshots of all the breakup. Then I contacted her family saying I had something I wanted to share, created a group chat with her parents, grandmother, and ex-best friend. Then I unloaded all screenshots and videos, along with a text message explaining everything that's happened. There was no contact for about a week. Then her ex-best friend filled me in on the situation. She had lost her scholarship due to dropping out of university. Her grandmother, after seeing the proof, cut her from the will and disowned her, followed by her parents and her being evicted from the house as well as support cut off. She now is working a minimum wage job and sharing a home with friends. TLDR. My ex cheated on me and tried to pin abuse and cheating on me only for it to backfire as the guy uploaded her cheating with him and her family disowned and cut her off. Edit. For all those calling me an asshole, I know. It's nuclear revenge, not AITA. And for those who can't read, she attempted to pin abuse which would make me lose my job and I did not upload the videos, only shared to her family for proof. After that it was out my hands and went further than I thought. Subscribe and like for more videos.